Hi, it's Jason Gorber, and we're here to look at the Sennheiser HD-560s over-the-ear headphones. Now, people who have watched my videos on this channel and elsewhere know I'm a big fan of the Sennheiser brand. Sennheiser was really my gateway into the sort of world of audiophiles, in the sense that the first time I'd ever heard something sound really terrifically good was on a pair of Sennheiser headphones. They've been around sort of for 3/4 of a century, making a wide variety of products. And what I really love about this company is that they have a really good legacy of having some of their technology shared between their various modes. Not dissimilar to my speakers, which have a 500, a 600, and 800 level. My British speakers, you have these ostensibly German company doing very similar. That there's a 500 series of headphones, there's a 600 series of headphones, and there's an 800 series of headphones. But what's nice is that the 500, which are much more reasonably priced, share a lot of the base technology from what sort of comes above, just simply in a different form factor and with some compromises, of course. But nonetheless, you're getting a lot of the shared legacy from the drivers above. It is no surprise that this is the 560s. The 660 is an incredibly well-received headphone, considered by many one of the great at the price point. Significantly more expensive than these, but again, what's nice is that these share a lot of the same characteristics. So I was really pleased to actually have a chance to listen to them. Now, the headphones themselves, these are, so many people are listening to earphones or headphones simply in portable. These are really sitting down and listening to headphones for the most part. Here they are. They're nice. They're light. Very attractive. An open grill. So you're on a subway or something like that, everyone's going to hear what you're hearing. What this sort of open concept, it's not just simply to be obnoxious, it's actually to allow the sound waves to not be bouncing back and forth against the hard shell. That actually in many ways compromises the sound. And so yes, in studio environments and stuff like that, you actually want closed back headphones, and I have a pair of HD-25s for exactly that purpose. But the 560s are designed essentially for critical listening. This is the equivalent of you buying a pair of speakers, except the speakers are on either side of your head. And this is a fundamental point, and not to sort of run too far about this, but that you can get for a much, much more reasonable price an exceptional pair of headphones like these that are the equivalent to speakers that cost 10 times, sometimes 20 times what the cost of these are. And you're getting incredible imaging, beautiful reproduction in a enclosed, because it's much easier to deal with drivers this big and to deal with the fact that it's only dealing with this much acoustic space instead of something that has to work within the vagaries of the room. Now, that being said, headphones very much are shaped, their noise is shaped not only by its construction, the way the ear pads work, the way the inside works, but also how they fit on your head, how comfortable they are, where the sort of driver sits as you put it in. In other words, your head, as much as your room, with speakers, is one of the things that actually shapes the way that headphones are. So you'll see many people say very different things about very different headphones based on how it is to their taste and to their actual comfort and the way that it actually fits on their ears. So all those caveats aside, on my head with these headphones, I was very pleased. I think that they're very, very good, especially at the sort of price range that these come at. They're an absolute gateway into audiophile nirvana. It'll do one of two things. It'll give you a taste of what you can do when you climb up the ladder, but there's certainly more than sufficient and a giant jump from those that are buying things, particularly Bluetooth devices, that are relying on that are prioritizing portability over the audiophile sense. It's as simple as that. And audiophile is just an obnoxious way of saying it's got to sound really good and you're prioritizing sound over everything else. Form, function, looks, whatever. These are very pedestrian looking. you know, the Princess Leia style headphones. You put them on, they do their thing. As evidence of the fact that this isn't really meant to just be plugged into your phone, here's the cable it comes with. Now, there is an adapter. There is an adapter that goes from 1/4 inch to mini jack, but really, it's a 1/4 inch adapter. This is to be plugged into either a headphone amplifier or just your receiver, whatever you actually have, that actually has 1/4 inch. Or, of course, you can plug it in to a decent portable device. Now, I have here a very high-end portable DAC, which I plug it into. This, I've been listening to high-resolution audio, but I've also been listening to regular streaming services off of it, and I've been extremely pleased. It is a very level, neutral sound position. That's what Sennheiser sort of advertises. It tries hard not to juice the signal. You're not going to put these in and suddenly everything, even acoustic stuff, suddenly sounds big and bassy and heavy, and the trebles aren't so shrill or super high end. The imaging is wide. It's not crazy expansive. They're just, you're getting what's sort of on the recording, and your ability to actually listen critically. I don't mean in the sense that you're going to start picking things apart, but being able to, in a negative way, I mean being able to pick things apart in a positive way. I'm a critic talking critically, but the fact is that you're going to be able to hear the sort of space between where the singer sort of sits in the mix and the instrumentation. You're going to hear the dimensionality of the mix. All these things that audio engineers and mixers and producers use to make the sound work in a wide variety of settings, you're actually going to hear in a really nice enclosed way. You put these on, you close your eyes, and you feel like you're in a room, one of near an exceptional audio space for you to actually listen. These are light. They're actually very easy to drive, considering how big the actual drivers are. Even on when I did plug it into a phone just to see how it works. Yes, the volume has to be near max, but it's never shrill or distorted on something that actually has a bit better amplification. Again, think of this as the same as plugging in your receiver or dedicated headphone amp. You don't need to get anywhere near max volume in order to actually drive these. Certainly, it's designed, again, on a fundamental way to be a gateway, to be the sort of first step along, hopefully, a lifetime journey into various forms of audio equipment. Headphones are a really nice way of having sort of different kinds that you can try out. There are many people who have multiple pairs of headphones, myself included. But nonetheless, I think that these, if you're only to buy one set of headphones to sit down and listen to, these would be an exceptional pair for you to actually try out. Again, extremely reasonably priced considering the amount of technology in here and the caliber of sound. And to give you that sort of base BASE level of performance that one would expect from somebody like Sennheiser. They have many other models. They have many other things that it competes with within this range. But I really think they've gone out of their way with the 560s of, again, creating something as evidenced by the cable. They want you to sit at home and listen to these. They want you to be focusing on the sound above everything. This is not about how easy it is to move around. This is not about how everything works. And because of that, they're extremely comfortable. Nice thick padding here, pad here. And again, this cable is so ridiculous. It is actually removable. So that they actually have, it's not quite proprietary, but it sort of works only with Sennheiser in this way. It's basically a 3-pin, 2.5 millimeter, I guess that is, cable. And because of that, you can get replacement cables that go with it. When you put it in, it just simply reconnects. The cables themselves are replaceable. Now, unfortunately, Sennheiser doesn't actually sell, for example, a balance cable. My understanding that you can get third-party balance cables for some devices that's actually hugely beneficial to work with, but you can get a shorter cable if you want to use it, again, in a portable environment that's still listen critical. But for the most part, people are going to use it with a stock cable. It's totally fine. It comes with the adapter for if all you have is the mini jack, and for most people they're actually going to be using the 1/4 inch. So there we are, my look at the Sennheiser 560s. Again, I am super happy that they're actually coming out with stuff that recognizes, you know, in this post-lockdown world, as it were, people are recognizing that there's a real desire to actually have things that are once again promoting the musicality of these devices, not simply some of the additional functionality. You're not going to get any voice assistant out of this. You're not going to get any noise cancellation. You're not going to get any of that other stuff. You're just getting something where all the money and all the technology has been based on this just sounding as bloody good as they can, and they really, really do sound great. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, follow us, subscribe to the channel for many other reviews. Leave us a note in the comments about what you think about these headphones or what your favorite things to listen to on them. We would love to hear from you. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next video. All the best.